Alright, so I watched quite a few movies actually recently, and I also went and did some HBO miniseries watching too, which I needed to do. So, let's start with the things I watched here. We'll do it in order. Let's start with the first thing I watched, which is Band of Brothers. Um, I've heard of this show, or this limited series. I have The Pacific, which I've also never seen, but this was my first time watching Band of Brothers. I decided to watch Band of Brothers first because HBO Max, I'm actually subscribed to their YouTube channel, and they posted a trailer for a podcast that they caught coming out on HBO Max. Sounds weird to put podcast on HBO Max. But really think about it. It does make sense because streaming services are also apps on your phone, and so being able to have content that would be best suited for you on your phone watching on the go makes sense. But anyways, it was like about the production and all that kind of stuff for this show. They're gonna be the cast members, and I've been meaning to watch this show. I've had it for a long time on Blu-ray, haven't done it yet. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. I spent a week watching it. This was a fantastic show. It very much felt like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just an experience. So many great characters, so many great things about it. It's beautifully shot. Just a great, great series. If you haven't seen Band of Brothers, it's there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm not really gonna go into it about it, but it's a great series. Definitely check that out. Now I just need to watch The Pacific, which I'm really excited to dive into. So then I watched this movie here, Beowulf, which this is one that's been a long time coming for me to watch. Beowulf, I bought this movie and the book because for school we were doing it online, and so since we were in class, you usually give you a copy of the book. My teacher didn't have it. She gave me one online, but I bought a physical copy so that way it was easier to use. And I bought the movie to watch, and I never watched the movie. And we finished reading the book, and I graduated. So this has been sitting in here since like February, January, early this year, and now we're like getting into September. So I've had this for months on end. I have not watched it. First time watching this movie. Now this is the Robert Zemeckis film. I don't know if there's any other Beowulf movies. Beowulf isn't. It's weird. I really like this movie, and I don't like Robert Zemeckis motion capture movies. If you don't know what motion capture is where basically they'll film real actors doing the movements and they'll animate over it. Now sometimes that's really cool. Like if you've seen the newer Planet of the Apes movies, that's why the Planet of the Apes looks so good in those movies. But that's kind of different from what Robert Zemeckis does, because in that movie it's humans in the same room as like a CG effect. It's real people. There's real people. It's real life. So it's a way of bringing human characteristics to a non-human creature, right? Like a monkey. Gollum, I believe, has some motion capture with him. That's how that kind of works. But what Robert Zemeckis does is he decides to animate the real human movements. Really think about this, okay? You have a medium for telling stories and making things happen. The goal is that it's not supposed to look like real life. And then you're trying to make it look like real life. These movies just make no sense. Why are they not live action? Because they look terrible. All of them do. I know people like the Polar Express movie. I think it's an awful movie, and this is one that looks awful too. I have I know some people like his films, but not a lot of people do, honestly. The one that most people seem to like is Polar Express, and that's about it. But yeah, I liked this movie. I thought it was fun and engaging, but also every time I was looking at this movie, I'm like, this isn't a movie. This just looks like a video game. And I just took it as like an animated video game movie. And as that, it's a lot of fun and enjoyable, but I didn't take it as anything more than that because it's not good. So, yeah, I enjoyed watching it, though. I'd watch it again. Next thing I watched here was Take Me Home, the John Denver story, which was bad. I am going to keep this in my collection. I bought this at the Dollar Tree. I'm only keeping it because I'm a fan of John Denver, and I feel like I should just have this, I guess. And it was $1. But it's not good. It's a very generic musical biopic. All these movies are the same. I really am starting to hate musical biopics, honestly. It's sad because there are some great ones, like John Carpenter's Elvis. There's a musical biopic about The Doors. I know A Hard Day's Night is more of a parody of musical biopics, but that one I really like. Rocket Man I really like. There's some good ones. Don't get me wrong, but most of these films are really bad, and this is a very generic one. It's very boring. It's actually incredibly long for no reason. How long is it? Does it even say the runtime here? 90 minutes. This did not feel like 90 minutes. This felt like 2 hours and a half. It did not feel like an hour and a half. And what made this movie enjoyable, though, was the music of John Denver. But it's like, that's also the worst aspect of the movie, because the music's really good. But it's like, they were using that as a crutch where they just play his songs, and then nothing would literally be happening on screen. It felt like I was watching music videos for John Denver the whole movie, and I'm like, this is so bad. So yeah, it's not a very good movie. Don't watch it. Not that you ever intended to. Then I watched this movie, Windows, which I didn't really know anything about going into this, because here's the thing. I was thinking this was a movie. I don't even know the name of the movie I was thinking about. But I thought this was a different movie, and it was going to be really bad. But it turns out this is actually a pretty fun, great heist movie. And it's got Liam Neeson in it. It's got a great cast to it. All the performances are really great. Daniel Kaluuya, who is my favorite, I would just say my favorite black actor currently working. I mean, he's fantastic. He's great in Get Out and Judas and the Black Messiah. He's a great, great, great actor. And he's in this movie, and he's great in it. This movie is also directed by Steve McQueen, the director of 12 Years a Slave, which is a great movie. So, yeah, I mean, I was really impressed by this movie. It had a quick pace to it. All worked really good. Really engaging heist movie. I didn't know that, this was going to be a good movie. I thought this was going to be a really bad movie that I was going to watch once and be like, good guys, atrocious, and then throw it away or something. I don't know. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it. So, I don't know what movie I even thought it was, but yeah, that's kind of what I watched. So probably next video, you'll probably be seeing me talk about the Pacific, probably. Because I need to watch the Pacific, so. You guys can let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you guys next time.